just something every Asian. Okay, in the original video, right? It's you pick a difficulty level, you pick Asian.
Yes.
And then the guy just falls, and then the title comes out, emotional damage.
Yeah, it's so the original one is I wanted to take the piss out of, first of all, there's a lot of things in it, like the ragdoll physics of game characters.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to show like the emotional damage of growing up Asian.
Yes.
So I made a storyline of this company that got so fed up by 5-year-olds in Asia just annihilating their game that they made a mode just for them called like easy, medium, hard, Asian.
Yeah.
And the joke is, in Asian mode, it's so difficult that everything kills you. Like stepping on a branch kills you, breathing kills you. And one of the jokes, I was trying to think of like what else could kill a character for no reason. And getting roasted by the boss was what I thought about. So the boss comes in, says, when you get so fat, and then he died because he got killed by emotional damage.
Yes, fat shaming. That's another thing our parents do.
My mom calls me like every week and tells me, Steven, you're so fat, stop eating. Why are you putting?
And she's right. She's right, Steven. You ever thought anything about that?
Yeah, no, for like, I grew up from
yeah, but nowadays everybody just goes to therapy and complains about their parents, like Asian parents fat shaming them.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just a lot, you know. I worry about this.
Yeah,
I'm an immigrant. You're an immigrant. Right?
Yeah,
you have kids.
I don't have kids.
Okay. Imagine if you move to a new country, you work your ass off, working really hard to make money and secure a better future, and then your kid grows up and goes to therapy and bitches about you. That is the #1 fear I have living in the West.
Yeah, that hurts. You know? I can feel that. Yeah.
I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
That's a good question. What do I do?
You beat them. That's what you do. You beat them.
I think like Asian dad character isn't even based off my dad. It's based off of me, of what I would do to my children.
Good.
So I would roast the crap out of them every day. Yeah, I can't get away with beating them anymore unless we're in China.
That's true. Okay, tell me and the listeners about your history. Then you were born in Shenzhen.
Yes, I was born in Shenzhen to 2 Chinese parents, so genetically I'm completely Chinese. And grew up until I was 8, then my mother immigrated us to Ireland. I became Irish.
Limerick.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I've never been.
You never?
I've been to Ireland a few times.
It's a great place. I really enjoy it. It's a lot calmer than like the big cities I was used to. Shenzhen, 12 million people, huge city.
Yeah, Limerick is 5 people and a cow.
Right? And 2 cows. They're my only best friend.
Yeah. No Irish accent though.
It took me a while to get rid of it, but
Limerick? I can't do it.
No, I remember, and it's like if I start talking about Ireland, you'll hear it come out a little bit because I learned to speak English in Ireland. So
top of the morning to you.
Yeah, so I've never fucking heard an Irish person say
nobody says that. Nobody says that.
Yeah, so I grew up from 8 to like 11 in Ireland. Then went back to China for 3 years. Then went back to Ireland for 3 years.
Okay.
So I grew up very much back and forth. Then went to London at 17 to get a bachelor's degree in acting.
Oh,
which is it's the most useless thing I have.
it's completely useless, and I don't know why. They also don't tell people that it's useless. It just encourage you to sign up and go.
It's kind of like the normal thing to do.
I think they need to tell Asian people too, especially Asians. It's useless. Just do your own thing and figure it out.
Yourself.
Do it yourself.
Just get rejected by 1,000 auditions. You'll be farther along anyway.
It's already hard enough to make it as an actor if you're like the default straight white male race or like white female, like the beautiful.
Where there's a lot of roles for.
So that's what I mean. Yeah. There's a lot of roles for beautiful white women, and it's already hard for them.
Yeah, there's a lot,
right?
There's a lot of competition and stuff.
So you minimize the number of roles for Asians by like tenfold.
A big shot, like 5% of roles in Hollywood.
And that's how it should be, okay?
If you want roles, go back to China.
I mean, that is a true statement, though.
And I do,
right?
I do films in China,
and
so that's fair.
The UK is, a majority. I'm gonna get flamed on for this now.
Yeah.
But the UK is majority white. Ireland is majority white. So if you're an Asian actor in the UK, like respect, but it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, it is definitely.
So I think what I'm trying to say is, I'm
Imagine you're
proud of you.
constantly trying to not get fired, trying to not get cancelled on this.
My point I'm trying to make is great that you're doing all things, because I think that's the future.
You're right. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's something I'm really passionate about. Actually, that you mentioned that.
Yes.
Like the whole art of filmmaking is becoming decentralized. Whereas, like probably 50 years ago, you had to be one of the 5 powerful people in Hollywood, otherwise you couldn't make films. But now the power is literally in anybody's hand. Like a 5-year-old from Idaho can reach 100 million people.
Yeah.
The infrastructure is there, and I'm very excited.
You have social media, you have cameras are so cheap. Phones,
Exactly.
you can film stuff with phones now.
You can make great content.
Yeah. So it's just about level of talent and hard work and
Yeah.
Why do people still go to acting school?
Oh,
Why do you think that is?
Okay, so there's 2 types. And I went to both. I had a bachelor's degree from London.
Okay.
I won't say the university.
Say it! Say it!
Oh, it's Regent's University.
Regent's University, okay.
They're
Never
not.
heard of it.
They don't have. You know Regent's Park. You definitely.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like in the middle of Regent's Park.
Okay. So your school's in the middle of a park.
Yeah.
Next to the swans and the geese.
Yeah. So going to school, you're going into like a like you relax going in every morning. And then there's the other kind. So the universities, they give you degrees, and that's all about academics. It's all about reading books and writing essays. Which what an actor needs that? I don't know. It doesn't help at all, in my opinion.
Essays about acting.
About like theater in India back 50 years ago, about like Chinese, lion dance.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah,
Who cares,
I don't think if you want to be an actor that helps at all.
Yeah.
And then there's the other kind. There's the specialized conservatories with reputation, and I stress this. Reputation is very important because nowadays anyone can just say I'm an acting teacher and charge students to come teach them, despite that person not having any credits, not having any ability, and so I went to the neighborhood playhouse, and this is a different story.
Okay.
The neighborhood playhouse is a place I'm proud to be from. Like, we have Oscar winners, like most recently Alison Janney, more classical actors like Steve McQueen back in the day, Michael Douglas, Diane Keaton, Gregory Peck, all Oscar winners, Robert Duvall, plenty of them. That kind of school actually does something. It actually makes you a more capable actor.
Okay.
And they're tough. Like, they're Juilliard Actors Studio, Playhouse, Stella Adler. Well, I don't know, but the Juilliard and the Playhouse, certainly, they don't just let anyone come in and graduate. Like, in my year, we cut out over half of the students.
Wow.
Because when you're not good enough, you're not allowed to become an alumni of the school.
Where is this school?
The school is in New York City.
New York
Midtown.
City.
Yeah. So yeah, when you're at a school that is legit, they have Oscar winners, they have that reputation, then they'll actually help you become a better actor. Whereas, like, if you could do a bachelor's degree about acting history, it doesn't help at all.
So you say you graduated from Neighborhood Playhouse?
I did, yes.
Oh,
I did.
wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive, man.
All
right.
Thank you.
And now you do TikToks for a living. Okay.
Hell yeah! Now I make the big bucks. I'm on this screen, not on the big screen, but on the 5-inch.
Now you're doing my podcast.
Yeah. My biggest honor I've had yet. So thank you very much for that.
Of course, man. It's a pleasure to have you.
But at the end of the day, with the acting school thing, if you were to ask me, my honest opinion was, being a better actor helps when it comes to like technical stuff, like getting a job. Like, for example, crying on cue and doing that 20 takes in a row. You might need a capable actor, so that role gets done properly. If you have a less capable actor, they'll fuck up. They'll not be able to execute what the director wants. And sometimes that's crying. I don't know why crying is the big example, but the tears don't matter. It's about delivering a truthful performance. So the capability, that's important, but from my experience, I think if you just, anybody with experience or not, if you just go into the industry and get rejected 1,000 times, I think that's worth more than the training that I personally went through.
And when you say get rejected, you mean not getting parts?
Yes, yeah. So how it works in North America, in China as a whole, in North America, there's these kind of casting breakdowns, like a platform that everyone lists. And you, as an actor, you can submit to them, you can give them your headshot and stuff, and say, "Hey, I'm interested in playing this role." They'll receive, like, on a, I won't use a real example, but like on a TV show, like a Netflix show, a lead character, they'll receive a good maybe 50,000, 80,000 submissions, and out of those submissions, they'll pick people who want to see auditions. So they'll send out maybe 200 text messages and say, hey, here's the size, here's like two pages, would you give us the self-tape and give that back to us? And then out of those 200, they'll pick like maybe 15, 20 and do a callback round of another round of auditions, and then they'll narrow that down to 5 and do a chemistry read, and that's how an actor gets cast.
So down to 5, like from 200 down to 5, and you're competing against like
best
of the best unemployed actors out there.
And employed. You're always up against the A-list. Like, don't forget,
Really?
you're always up against them.
Shit.
So when you see a Netflix lead role being able to be submitted for, that's because Timothée Chalamet has it. That's because so you're always competing against them. It's only when they don't want the role that's where my point. And when I say rejected, like, and I wear this proudly. I used to get knocked down, but now I wear it very proudly. In terms of submitting and auditioning and the whole process, I've been rejected over 3,100 times.
Wow.
From TV and film.
Why do you keep track? How do you keep track?
Oh, see, every year you ask your talent for your talent. You ask your agent for your talent report, and they'll send you everything you were submitted for, everything you auditioned for, everything you landed, which is like nothing for me.
So you made 3,100 self tapes.
No, I've submitted to at least 3,100 productions, and of those. I don't remember the number of self-tapes, so it's got to be a couple hundred, at least. Right?
Yeah,
it's got to be a couple hundred. And in landing-wise, I might have landed like 7 in my entire career.
Woo!
About
7 out of 3,100.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to acting school now, listeners.
Go to acting
Go
school.
do that.
Fantastic career. You'll make the big bucks. Yeah.
I didn't know it was this hard. Now when you put it into numbers, I have done like the odd self-tape or two, but obviously it's not a big chunk of my career. I do them because it's like, oh, this is fun to get better at acting, because sometimes I do need to act sometimes, even for my YouTube stuff, or if I land my own project like a co-wrote or something, or co-produced.
Yeah, like the Comedy Central Eastman.
Yeah, that's what the
high.
sketch show is.
High.
Oh, thank you
I
very
love
much.
it.
It's just one episode on YouTube, Comedy Central UK only. But it's cool to be able to do a sketch show that's led by me, you know, and
absolutely.
see the creation come to life.
Totally. I love that.
But yeah, sometimes I do have to act, so I use those self-tape opportunities to practice acting, because when will you ever act and look at yourself on camera, right?
Yeah. When you make videos, you edit yourself for like hours.
Yeah, but to me, Uncle Roger's not really acting. Uncle Roger's who I would have become if I didn't leave Malaysia. You know, the Asian, there's like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of thing.
How old were you when you left Asia?
20.
So how long have you been in London? You went right to London?
No, I went to Chicago first.
That's
That's for my university.
Okay, oh my
and then I
god.
went to London 2015.
Bro, it's crazy how our stories are like so, moving everywhere internationally.
Yeah, because Asia's a shithole. We gotta leave.
Man just pissed off the entirety of our continent.
Listen,
I do not condone that. Asia's cool. Asia's cool.
Yeah, certain parts. But it depends on what you're trying to pursue. I think Asia is really good for white collar jobs right now. You know, Singapore's crushing it, Shanghai, everything there. You know?
They have this huge thing happening.
The corporate world, assaulting banking, startups.
Here's one. In our scene, which, like, obviously everyone listening to this would be familiar with, TikTok, ByteDance.
Yeah.
They've took over. They absolutely took it #1 on the App Store, and the amount of monthly users on that, it's ridiculous. I've seen the Chinese side of TikTok, which I don't know if you know this.
Yeah,
Chinese
Douyin.
Yeah, they're completely separate.
Yep, I know.
But yeah, it's insane. You can't even find Stephen here on Douyin. But yeah, I'm just getting into it, and that platform, it's almost like seeing what TikTok is gonna become. It's almost like 5 years ahead of TikTok.
Oh, you think so? I've been on Douyin. I think there are a lot of cultural differences. I don't think TikTok's gonna merge into becoming Douyin. You know, I think there are still cultural differences.
Oh yeah, like not the content itself. I just mean the format. Like when I pop on Douyin, here's the thing I noticed: like every third swipe is trying to sell you a product.
Yeah, it's a live stream of someone trying to sell a T-shirt. Oh, we love doing that shit in Asia.
And it's so integrated. You can just click a button and you'll just pay for it right there.
Do you think that's gonna take off in the West?
I do. You
think so?
Yeah, in multiple platforms too, like YouTube as well.
I think people are starting to do it now.
Yeah, like Instagram already has integrated shops, right?
Yeah,
like you can buy clothes and stuff.
In Asia, we have a tradition of celebrities endorsing everything. You could go, seriously, when I land in Malaysia, on the drive home, you can see billboards of celebrities endorsing like this ancient Asian root herbal medicine, this skincare thing. So we have that culture of people are always endorsing shit. Whereas in the US, there is that culture too, but it's less.
It's much less
prevalent. Like what does Brad Pitt endorse? You know, but in Asia, if you are a celebrity, you will have like watches, cars, all those brands.
And every brand kind of needs one. Like, there's no brand without a big name, big celebrity
even
brand.
Comedians back there, they endorse shit.
Yeah,
you know, comedians here, like brands usually don't work with a lot of comedians because sometimes we say crazy shit. And brands don't like that, you know, unless you're Manscaped, you know. Not a sponsor, but they've sponsored this podcast before.
In China, I find it so funny. So my family is from rural China, like way out into the farms, into the mountains. And what you see in rural China is just shops and brands faking sponsorships all the time. They'll just slap like Obama's face on it. There'll be like a drink stall on the side of the street, and they'll just have like Biden's face on it selling the drink. Dude, have you seen those?
I know, we do that in Malaysia too sometimes.
Yeah, everywhere.
And people take the Uncle Roger, the soda, and cut it out, put it on the fried rice stall. You know?
My god!
And they're like, oh, Uncle Roger approved. I've never even been there. But that's just something we do.
I find that so funny.
Who wants to buy Biden's favorite drink?
Biden's like
I don't know his politics, is he good or not, but like he's not cool.
Yeah.
You know? Why don't you get Addison Rae on it?
Obama was the big one. Like, I've seen Obama fried chicken, like a whole, and it's a legit chain. There are multiple Obama fried chickens in China that I have seen with my own eyes. It's hilarious.
Yes, we do that. We just rip off people's intellectual property, you know?
Yeah, everyone, I've never seen emotional damage being ripped off, but I bet it is. Like, it has to be.
Yeah. How do they translate it to Mandarin?
I saw this video. Someone did this edit. They translated emotional damage to like 30 languages, and they just photoshopped me in Italy, in like Saudi Arabia. It's brilliant.
Nice. So, send the video to me. I want to see that.
All right.
Okay.
Sick.
So where do you live now?
I live in Brooklyn. I live in Brooklyn now.
Nice.
We might move because
Who's we? You have a
me and my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend. Oh, nice.
My girlfriend.
Okay.
We've been together for a couple of years.
Nice. So she's with you as you blew up on all this social media.
Oh yeah, she was with me before I even started.
Good. That's good. That's how you know she's not a gold digger.
Yeah, right.
Hold on to her. Because the women I meet now, holy shit, boy.
I see pain in your eyes.
My God,
what you deal with on a daily.
A lot of you have to always be suspicious.
Yeah.
You know, what you trying to get at? You know,
exactly. Yeah.
Clout or gold?
Clout. That's the other way. Clout. Okay. Clout is such a.
Yeah. That's my pain. You know, all these models
too
throw
famous
themselves at me. I'm like,
exactly.
Oh, come on.
Too much money. You can.
I know what you're trying to go for. Okay.
I love it.
No, but okay, girlfriend.
Yeah. So we might move because I need more space to make videos. At the moment, we live in New York apartments are all tiny.
Yeah.
So we have I can't like have the camera up all the time. I have to pack it up because otherwise I can't sit down for dinner.
Oh yeah, you don't want to do that. My previous place was like that. I moved
tiny.
as well to a bigger house, but it's still London, so it's still.
Where in London? Where in London?
North London. I don't want to say the exact neighborhood.
Okay.
On the podcast because, you know.
I lived in.
All these gold diggers are gonna come at me.
How often do you get recognized in London?
Quite often, few times a day, maybe. I mean, depends where I'm at. If I'm in Chinatown, then a lot. But if I'm just out and about,
I found the exact opposite. Really? In Asian communities, I actually don't get recognized. But in the most un-Asian community, like I was in Arkansas. Mm-hmm. I was shooting a romantic lead for a film. I won't say for television, and I was recognized more in Arkansas by like white people more than I was in Chinatown.
See, that's good. You're bridging the gap.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm getting everyone together.
Yeah. I know there are a lot of big Asian creators or people who are only big in the Asian community, and that's nice. But like, you need to be able to reach other people, right? Otherwise, it's just this big echo
everyone
chamber.
Can relate. Right.
Yeah.
To be able to expand to a bigger audience as well.
Yeah, that's my goal too. I mean, when I perform, it's a huge I perform live, right? So I get to see who my audience is.
You can just look at me.
Yeah, and it's a huge mixture of people. It depends on the city. In London, sure, there'll be more Asian people in London because there's just more Asians there, so it'll be half Asian. But I go to Scotland, and, I go to like Cardiff in Wales,
Yeah,
or I was
yeah.
in Philly last week, and it's like very few Asian people.
No, if you're in Limerick, my family is probably the only family
Yeah.
that's Asian. Maybe like one more person. That's about it.
Yeah. But it's really cool to see that you're bridging that gap, you know,
Yeah.
because I think people love accents. People love it's a funny character.
Yeah,
People love it. And there's this huge stigma in the US. Oh, Asians, your stereotypical accent.
I don't know.
Coming from it's only from other Asian Americans who say that shit, by the way.
Right. You think so? I've never had an Asian person say that. Like,
Really?
I've heard white people say that.
Really? Oh god,
White
that's
people
bad
say
too.
don't do that accent. It's offensive.
People love accents, man.
Yeah, it's-
accents are fun. They're great, and an accent is not a stereotype. People just conflate the two.
Yeah, like it's about intent, in my opinion. Like, so yeah, sure, I have had like people telling me to go back to China and stuff. That's racist, man. And they take the piss, but it's not like they did that because we make our content, right? People don't hate because
the racist
we
people
make-
are going to be racist.
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
Whether or not you make the content.
Hateful people are hateful because of them, not because of us.
Yeah,
And so
nobody's watching an Uncle Roger or Stephen He video going, oh, yeah, that reminds me.
I gotta say that to somebody.
I need to tell some Chinaman to fuck off.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
emotional damage, go back to China.
Yeah, you know who?
Can we make a clip, edit?
Go on.
So a racist hate crime incident, saying you go back to China and then emotional damage.
You know what? This actually baffled me. An audience that really loves my character is mainland Chinese people.
Yeah, they relate to it. They relate to it.
They really dig the accent.
Yeah.
And they don't take some people in America might go like, oh, that's a bit sensitive. I don't know about that. But Chinese people love it. They think it's hilarious.
It's your dad. It's playing your dad.
It's totally
right?
like my own mom and dad and how that happens. Yeah. So I don't think the accent thing is bad in any way. It's hateful people are gonna hate, and it's not because we did anything. It's because they're hateful.
The thing that makes me sad is people think the fact that people think doing an accent is bad, that is the thing that makes me sad. That there's a whole cultural richness.
Yeah.
I get it. A lot of Asian Americans grew up here and then they get bullied because of the accent of their parents' accents or the food their parents make for them, the lunchbox moment and everything.
Right. I
Which
did a video
think,
on that.
I think it's gonna be. Why hasn't it? It's gonna be reversed soon because we all know white people food sucks now.
sucks now.
Yeah, we all have seen. We had like bulgogi, and then we compare it to like mac and cheese. Come on.
You know what? My experience, British food. British food is just so bad.
Irish food is not any much better.
There's like two meals I like, probably. There's like the Irish breakfast and like maybe family
You like an Irish breakfast?
I got into that.
Beans and toast.
I kind of got into it when I was
rubbery eggs.
I was 18. I put on like 30 pounds. I was skinny as hell, and during that period, I had an Irish breakfast like every day on my way to school, and I got into it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Okay. Bangers and mash is alright.
With gravy.
In the pinch. If I'm starving and it's the only option and someone's pointing a gun at me. Then I'll
Damn, that's really bloody terrible. But always like Chinese food is just rice just makes me feel better all the time.
Yeah. Rice. A lot of noodles. But rice is hard to have when you're traveling by yourself because you usually have it shared, right?
You mean like cooking or in restaurants?
No, I can't cook right now. I'm
a bit,
traveling in hotels. So in restaurants, you get rice, and say a Chinese restaurant is usually just sharing style. So a few dishes, rice to share. So when I'm traveling by myself, it's harder to do. Unless you have sushi, then that's rice to rice.
That's good. Sushi's different. Yeah,
it's different.
I'm not as used to the whole. It is.
Yeah.
I would like. That's Japan is like a very fascinating. I would love to visit that.
Work?
Hell yeah, let's do it. Not even. I don't have any friends. I'd like to make some.
You don't have any friends?
In Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't have any friends in general.
That sucks.
Everything I just do. No, if I had like a close friend that could, bring me around and make sure I'm not doing anything inappropriate and show me like the proper way.
Bring your girlfriend around, man.
Great.
Yeah. And I'm sure she would like to tag along to.
Of course she would.
Go to Japan. What does your girlfriend do?
She's an actress as well. She's new with it. She only graduated from Stella Adler like about 9 months ago.
Stella Adler. Where's that?
Stella is New York as well, and it is up there. It is kind of legendary. It's got like people like Robert De Niro in Stella Adler.
Okay.
So it is up there, and then she's going through the same process.
Is she finding it tough as well? Is she also an Asian actor?
No, she's white.
White.
She's German descent.
Slightly easier. Slightly. Or do you think it's equally as hard?
That's a good question.
There's more roles for them, but also more actors of that race, right?
I think her role has it bad. Her role, the 20-some-year-old, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl, that is competitive as hell. That's probably the most competitive. Even when you put it next to like white guys, 20 years old, probably, they don't even have as much competition as she does. So she should probably has it harder. Yeah, I think so.
So she's going through the process now, auditioning and self-taping.
Same thing. Just waking up, submitting to 20 productions.
Side gigs to turn her over, or just living off your money, living off the Stephen He money. You know, I would do the same. What's your girlfriend's name? Greta. You just take his money, Greta, and chase your career.
Yeah, it's. I wish I could do that for you. I wish I had someone.
I wish I had a sugar mama. I do too. I work too much.
Yeah, that would be hype.
Just want to find like a nice MILF, you know, mid-40s,
and like chill. Doesn't ask anything of you, you know.
Yeah, she's been there. She's jaded. She's like,
that's a good luck. And I can go and do my auditions.
I'm not even gonna do auditions. I'm just gonna
just live that.
Be tending to her every need. You know, want me to go down on you? I'll go down on you. You know.
Thing on TikTok where it's like if your wife made 7 figures and me like scrubbing the floor, you know.
That's what I would do. But I haven't met that person yet, so I have to work to make videos. I have to tour.
Like you're doing great.
Thank you. I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing good. I think I'm quite happy how it's going right now. I have to keep producing the shit that people want to see. And people come out to shows, man. There's so much involved. You gotta buy tickets. It's like what, $30 a ticket. They buy 2, and then they go to the comedy club. They gotta find parking. They gotta find a babysitter.
So a lot of friction.
So when they come, you better put on a good show. And try to do meet and greets after. If the show is a decent, small enough capacity, 500 or below, I try to do a meet and greet. If it's anything more than that, I can't.
You get like
stuck there till midnight. So I try to give them as good a time as they can, and every show I do, the show gets better because the jokes get stronger. I improve them, I tweak it. So do you do any sort of like live work? You're just acting mainly, right?
Right now the stuff I do is YouTube. I think YouTube is taken as the front, and I've actually stopped auditioning because of the opportunity. Like here's an example. Last year I already had we blew up at the same time. We blew up like probably 3 months. I blew up 3 months after you.
2020 July was.
July. I was just out.
Nice.
At the same time. I remember.
Same generation. Nice.
Totally. We are the same generation. So that's so in 2021 with like quite big notoriety and impact as well. Of course, generates income. During 2021, I auditioned for 350 hours estimated total. So that includes learning my lines, that includes traveling to the audition room, that includes sitting in the waiting room, doing the actual audition, coming back. If it's a self-tape, that includes sitting in camera and all that. An estimated 350 hours. Today, in 2022, because of the other things, the other productions that I'm doing on YouTube or the producing stuff I'm doing, television, film, I can't afford to give 350 hours for free anymore. Because that would cost me. That would mean I lose a whole lot of money because of that. So it's a bit of a weird mindset I have to switch that I can't give my time for free. It's worth something and I know how to lose. So right now, mainly YouTube. Still working on traditional stuff like the film that I just wrapped. These are decently sized, like $500,000 budget, somewhere around there. And I'm actually doing lead roles, which that is really cool.
Nice. Is it because of your YouTube following you got these lead roles, or because your acting did your YouTube help the acting career at all?
Okay, so this is a tragedy. This is a real tragedy. This movie, no, it did not. This movie was because I had known the DP. We worked together before, and so and I just happened to fit the type. He needed exactly my age, my ethnicity, and my kind of general type. And so he called me, do you want to do this film?
I want to say something too. You're a good actor, you know. I check out
Have
the
you seen
trailer,
me?
bits and pieces. You're actually really, really good. So
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
You're not just you were very good on YouTube, but you're also a really good actor.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's when you have those this is one scene. This is one fucking scene in a movie I did prior to this one, where the shot was so simple. It was a crying shot. I had a thing on my face like a goggle. I took it off and tears were to roll down. Right. And it's so simple. Camera's right in front of me. Action, do that, and the camera pans over and cut. It's like a 3-second shot.
Okay.
20 takes. Woo! Every time there would be a light in the back. The clouds came out. An extra walked in too slow. Focus puller messed it up. 20 takes. I had to drop tears every single for like a whole 40 minutes. I was there just doing that. But yeah, that goes back to like I am glad I have the training so that I'm capable. Because I'd imagine some other actors would not be capable to execute that. And then there's a big problem, right? Because every second you waste on set, production's losing thousands of dollars. And so that's an example. So I was talking about, you brought up a very interesting topic of does YouTube help my acting career? And this answer might shock you. Originally, I built a following for the purpose of landing better roles. Because I thought, you know what, if I just say, hey, you want 3 million extra viewers? I would imagine they do. Cast me as your lead. So I went ahead and built we're just above 10 million followers across all platforms now. And I try to do that in auditions and things like that. I try to get my agents like Gersh who are also trying really hard to do that. But it's backfired. It's actually the opposite. It doesn't help. It actually sabotages. So this is what I'm getting right now. In the let's first talk strictly acting world and then talk producing. In acting world, when I go into an audition or when I'm submitted for a part, we'll say, hey, I generate 100 million views a month. I would be happy to promote your product or your television show, whatever it is. And generally, the feeling that we get back, the comment that we get back is, oh, this guy's an influencer, he can't act.
Oh, because they just lump you into that category.
Yeah. They just kind of there's a bit of a prejudice, and I get. They have previous experience that went terribly wrong working with influencers.
Yeah, but surely they can see your tape, right? Your what do you call it? The self-tape, or even before that, your reel. Yeah.
But actually, not really. It's become a very, very much of a red flag. They'll see 10 million followers. Really? So it's very, very hard. And
I think that's completely wrong.
It is. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna say that's some influencers. Yeah, they're divas. They're terrible to work with. Yeah, of course that exists. But there are influencers who are more capable than anyone else you're auditioning.
Yeah.
Like in the rooms, I'm more trained, more professional. I have more credits than anyone else in there. But just as soon as they hear that, followers, oh, you're unprofessional. So that's the acting side, and we're working hard to fix that.
How did you find out about that? Your agents reported back saying
my agents tell me, my managers tell me, I often do it myself. If I'm submitting the thing in my own words, I'll put that in the thing, and not once out of gotta be hundreds of submissions have they replied when I said I have 10 million followers and I generate this amount of viewership. So it's pretty clear to me. That there's a stigma there. But here's the other side, which is good. So acting, no, is backfired terribly wrong. Producing, that does help, because I've and I could be really wrong here. I don't know the bigger studios and stuff, but it's clear to me that casting directors don't care much. This is specifically the people I deal with. In LA, I've heard they do, but the people I've auditioned for and stuff, casting directors do not care how many viewers you bring, whereas take that money back. Yeah. Whereas some of the casting directors that I've dealt with, and this is not all of them, I'm not generalizing, but the specific people I've dealt with, they are hired to find 10 actors. They find 10 actors, they're gone. Whether the film makes money or loses money is of no relevance to them. So they don't care about that, and that's kind of where I took things into my own hand. I'll produce them. I'll get a pitch deck together. I'll get a production together. I'll put my own money into it, which is really dumb. Everyone tells me that's the dumbest thing.
No, it's not. I think it's great.
I think if it works, it's good, right?
If it works, risk.
And so that route that route.
If it doesn't work, just don't tell people about it. You know,
Just
nobody knows
take
you
the
failed.
loss.
Yeah, take the loss.
I've heard
Swallow
of-
it, take it out on your girlfriend. You know,
Oh, but
in a nice way. In a nice
going out to
way.
dinner, get her some
Yeah.
roses,
Yeah.
make her happy.
Yeah, lose your temper and then promise you'll go to therapy. Yeah,
Oh, that therapy
too
thing.
much personal history coming out.
She does tell me to go to therapy too. Yeah,
We all need it.
yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
So that said, I have met people who understand and people who value it. You know,
Yeah.
they see that viewership and they know. And this is all reality. There's no lie here. Views are monetized, right? Views get monetized into money.
That is the name of the game, right? Attention.
Yeah, attention is worth a lot. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. It's a lot of people. If you're thinking the way I thought, hey, I'll build a following and I'll get cast. In my experience, it's the opposite. But then go ahead and produce. You'll be able to make great things.
When you say produce, what exactly do you mean? Put down money for production or writing your own stuff.
Yeah. So like here's some of the things I'm doing. I am building my own pitch decks. I have a extremely powerful producer who's really generous, and he shared his time with me and helped me build a pitch deck, which is amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and we're just taking it to Fox, taking it to
Nice.
freeform,
Yep.
and seeing if they're interested. So that's one route to try to sell something. And here's the other route: just do it yourself. Like grab your phone, shoot something. If it's good, put it on YouTube. It'll generate 10 million views, and see if anyone wants to license it. Go to Netflix and say, hey, here's a cool show that I built. Might have to up the quality a little bit if you go to Netflix. Yeah, but then again, like red cameras are $6,000. How crazy is that? We're talking about Oscar level cameras are $6,000. It's insane. So you can. Saying up in quality does not mean you need $1 million budget. $6,000 to get to that. And then find some friends, do this thing. If it's good, you'll film many times. You'll film hundreds of times.
Venture into the unknown.
But if it's
Download
good,
for
first
free
of all,
now.
it'll generate its own income on YouTube, and then secondly, just show it to the streaming platforms and go, hey, I'll license you this for $500,000 or $1 million. Do you want it? So that's the stuff I'm doing right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good luck, man.
Thank
Tell
you,
us
thank you very
anything you can share, or is it still all confidential still?
It's quite confidential.
Quite confidential.
So I'm at.
I'm not gonna steal your ideas, Steven. Don't worry. We operate in very different worlds here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We both make comedy sketches too. That's just a very digestible.
Yeah, I mainly shit on people trying their best.
people trying their best.
Yeah. Well, no, I take
brilliant.
that back. Jimmy Oliver doesn't try his best. I don't
Yeah.
think he just phones it in.
I am
think.
so okay. I am so curious about this.
What do you want to know?
Have you gotten in any trouble with like people being unhappy about what you say about, like specifically Jamie Oliver?
I know he doesn't like me. He's been ignoring me. But what can he do to stop me? Like, I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm just critiquing someone's recipe. I'm not
hilarious.
defaming him.
Yeah.
You can't sue me
Like
for libel.
defamation.
Yeah, you can't sue me for defamation. Because I'm just reviewing your cooking, man. You know, people do that. Jay Rayner does that. Jay Rayner is a big food critic in the UK, so he reviews people's restaurants.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I do what those food critics do, just at a less journalistic level and more leans towards comedy and roast comedy level.
Gotcha.
So I can't really get into trouble. And to be honest, I kind of want them to kind of do something to me. That is good PR.
Oh my
That
God.
no press is bad press.
Oh my god.
If one of those chefs if Jamie Oliver takes me to court, like I will sell so many tickets. That's like if Will Smith punched me, you know?
so
That is my Will Smith punch.
Oh my
you know how
God.
many tickets Chris Rock is selling after that punch?
I heard. I like gone to like $1,700 a ticket.
Yeah, so if Jamie Oliver sued me, my tour is sold out. I'll add more dates. I need to pay for my lawsuit, people. So please buy tickets.
That's really. I didn't think about it that way, but you're
Yeah.
right. That is really smart.
I have been cancelled so many times on the internet that I don't fear it anymore. you
Wait,
know?
like okay, so I don't understand cancel culture really. Here's like if you say something that pisses off a group of people, they'll cancel you. What does that mean, really?
It could mean anything. Well, first of all, I think it depends on the client, right? Of course, people like Bill Cosby, people like Weinstein, those are despicable.
They're actually criminals.
Yeah. But when I say cancel culture, I think how it applies to me is more as a comic. Sometimes in podcasts, I'm riffing off the top of my head. I'm just trying to find the funniest angle on things, and sometimes that is taking a contrarian position.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens. I've been cancelled for Ukraine jokes.
Oh my God.
I've been cancelled for some China stuff.
Yeah.
Based on a collab I did with Strictly Dumpling.
I think it just.
You know?
I saw that it was taken down, right?
Yeah, I took it down. It's just all this whole murky shit, and then so I did this collab with him, and it turns out he's this very vocal anti-China person, which is fine. I don't really care what your views are, but I didn't know that. And I was already on Chinese social media at the time, right? So my account's there.
You're famous. I've had Chinese people tell me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Big thanks to my Chinese social media team. Shout out to Lexi. I don't do much on there.
Okay.
But then it became this huge political thing in China, and then my account started getting reported for being seen collaborating with this guy who's in a cult. In China it's called, think of it as part of a cult. He's part of this cult in China. I don't remember now.
Okay.
And then so at the time I remember I just got off a plane. I was in Malaysia. I flew to Malaysia from London, right? I just got off the plane. I was so jet lagged. I was alone in the hotel room because you have to quarantine for 7 days. And all this shit was happening. I was like, okay, man, let's just take it down and do whatever to make it go away. This was before Lexi, my current social media Chinese page, the old Chinese social media company. He said, okay, we'll take it down and then we'll just make it smooth and open. So they issued. I thought it was just gonna make a post, like, hey, sorry guys, I didn't mean to offend you, something like that. But then Twitter picked it up and translated it word for word, and I was like, oh. Okay, the way you translate it makes it sound pretty bad,
worse than it was.
Yeah, worse than it was. So now I'm getting hate from the West.
So how did that impact what you do, like YouTube videos, comedy?
Now? Okay, so you have to just endure, like, at the peak of it, every 3 seconds I was getting a hate comment on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everything. Hate DMs, my agent's inbox. People are telling my agents to drop me.
Are these people defending China? Is that the main point there?
No, these are mostly very anti-China people, and a lot of bots as well. Because I see the same messages sent to me, a lot of copy of these messages sent to me. I just touch on this landmine of the topic. And there are certain topics out there that the bots will comment especially if it leans politically, which I didn't mean to. So there was just this whole, and then I was like, okay, what do I do now? No matter what I do, I'll be in trouble. So I'm like, okay, well, time to just wait it out then. The more I do, the more trouble I'll get in. I'll piss off one side, no matter what I do. So it's just,
You're way braver. I am so careful. It matters to me a lot that I'm not putting anyone down and like saying anything negative by anybody. So when I do like take the piss, right? When I do take the piss out of Asian that character, I always make it personal. This is me. I'm not talking about your dad. I'm not talking about your dad. This is all me. So everyone, I'm the butt of the joke. Do not think I'm insulting anyone else. I'm really careful with that. And plus, I have a presence in China, so I have to constantly consider like, that's a whole different set of audience who cares about different things. And if you say certain things that would be completely okay in the West, it would not be okay in China.
Yeah. So Taiwan, not a country, okay? Not a country.
I don't.
That's what I tried to say, right, Steven? That's what I tried to say.
I'll tell you a story. So one of the first big celebrities I worked with, he's a Chinese celebrity in mainland China. I asked him, how do you deal with controversy, especially
banyak yang nanya sama gua. Gimana caranya orang bisa sukses? Gimana caranya supaya kita nggak perlu kerja mati-matian sampai tua? Well, kalau lu tanya sama
I asked him about that. And
Jackie Chan. It's
not Jackie Chan.
Kenapa? Okay, listen to this.
It's definitely not Jackie Chan. I'm not that famous yet. So he tells me, he just plays dumb. He just purposely tries his best to never educate himself on anything political. So no matter what he's asked, he truthfully doesn't know.
Okay.
And I'm like,
that unfortunately that doesn't work for comics.
We
have to be in tune with the world.
But, and that's a big part of the world, right?
I have to know. It would be disingenuous of me to pretend I don't know, and to not know is also you become almost irrelevant. In this day and age, there's so much shit happening in the world. If you go on stage to talk about Pop-Tarts are weird, huh? If it's just all that, then it's not the kind of comedy I like. Sure, I like the general observational stuff. I think. you need to be a comic who comes across like you live in the world.
Yeah, who's constantly involved in
relatable, in tune with shit that's going on around you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, sometimes it's very weird when you get like some super rich comics. Like Ellen, when she does stand up, I'm like, she's talking about how big her bathroom is and how long it takes for her to walk from one end of a bathroom to the other end. I'm like, wow.
So there's no time sensitivity at all. This could have been told 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's not relatable anymore. It's like she doesn't live in this world, the same world we all live in. You know.
That's an interesting topic because I've actually had a lot of difficulty trying to make videos on any time trending things, like any pop big trend that comes up for like a month and then goes away. I have in the past. I have tried, like, I'll take big events like the Super Bowl or big trending things.
Yeah.
I'll make a sketch about it, and that never ever does well for me. It always tanks.
I think it depends on your audience, right? They want to see more relatable parent stuff.
Yeah, I think they're used to seeing that comedy, and they come back again and again to see the same thing. And when it's not that, they might get turned off. So that's possible. But yeah, because of that experience, like maybe I've done like 8-9 videos where it's about a trend. It's about something happening right now this week or whatever.
Yeah.
And every single time the views are tanked. So it's kind of discouraged me to do time-sensitive content.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? Do you often make content on that?
My Uncle Roger videos tend to not be that time sensitive. I might have a joke or two about like when the Capitol riot was happening, I'll throw in a line.
Okay,
there. And then when Ukraine was happening, I throw in a line there, you know. But I think when I'm in my stand-up, it's a little bit more in my stand-up, in my tour show. I mentioned recent events, but I'm not a current events comic. Most of my stuff, maybe it's just a couple lines here and there in the show.
Okay.
You know. And then when you make these videos, how do you see yourself evolving the videos? Or because we have to, on YouTube, we have to make the same thing but different. You know what I mean?
I do.
So what's the strategy for that?
I actually do have a strategy for that. So the Asian Dad character has been great, and I think the final send-off is if I sell this show, the show I'm pitching.
Okay.
That'll be an amazing blast for kind of like the end of that era or that character. But yeah, right now I've made 56 sketches on this character.
Nice.
So I've joked about a lot of the stuff that can be joked about, and I'm almost running to the end. There's not much, and so lately I've been wanting to explore new topics from gaming to other funny things like anime stuff. Going forward, I want to open up to more general things, like being able to joke about anything, the woke life culture, entertainment culture. I really want to do content, like make sketches in my field, acting. So like every time like I think of a sketch, funny idea, something that happens to me, I'll write it down on my notepad. And notepad, the notes app, you mean? The right? Notepad,
physical notepad.
Even though I shouldn't, that's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
But like in Arkansas, so many funny things happen. Like for example, there's one shot that was so complicated choreography. There were six. There were 6 actors in the shot. Each actor had movement. They had to walk from Mark 1 to Mark 2.
Okay.
So of course the second AD is taping marks on the floor where the actors are standing, and so you got your Mark 1 here, Mark 2 here, then you banana around to Mark 3, and you got his Mark 2, Mark 2. So we're like, okay, we got it. Yeah, sure, we go there. Okay, we got it. We walk away. Camera rolls. We come in the shot. I look down. There's like 18 marks right in and there. What am I doing? So like moments like that, you know, I want to make a sketch out of it. And for me to start migrating out of Asian Dad content, I have done it abruptly to make a sketch completely unrelated, and that's usually dipped the numbers because the audience expect to see Asian Dad. So I'm slowly placing him still in things, but putting him in a less important position. So he went from the engine of the scene, the source of the comedy, to a reactionary character.
Okay.
So he's there to give reactions and doesn't lead the scene anymore.
I think you might need to start a new channel for that, right?
For
if you like a pivot to a whole new channel.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think that's how people use it, right? Every channel is like a TV show.
I get that. Yeah,
right? That's why I put my podcast on a different channel. But don't fully retire Asian Dad, man. Come on, don't pitch it to Netflix. Keep doing it on YouTube.
Yeah,
you know, I love it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
For me, for the Uncle Roger stuff, I think only now because I'm on tour, I put out fewer videos, 2 a month. I try to put 2 a month. Podcast every week.
Do you record in bulk or?
No, I can't. Because I just I'm not that organized. I think for me, my creative process, I like being in that video, thinking about the video for a while. And not be like, think about this video today, think about the next video tomorrow. I like being in the video for a while so I can exercise and my brain subconsciously.
Oh wait, when you in the video, what we're actually looking at, is that your first time seeing the video, or have you already gone through the video and written jokes?
Oh no, I've written jokes. I have to do the research on the dish.
Yeah.
I interview like a chef, and I spend time with the proper chef and interview the technique of the video, the technical side. And then I have my own jokes I write. I have my comedian friends who add some jokes to it because it's a lot closer to the week.
You do it so well that it completely looks genuine. It completely looks like you're reacting to it for the first time.
Okay.
I'm really impressed by that. I'm really impressed by that.
I put it all together, and that's why the videos are funny, because there are actually good jokes in there. I can't do this by myself. I'm very thankful. I think for Uncle Roger's, I think I'll probably keep doing it because Western chefs will keep fucking up Asian food. That will never die.
Endless content.
So there needs to be some sort of like the Batman for Asian food.
My
you know,
God,
I need to see like a dumpling signal in the sky.
I love this.
An orange dumpling in the sky.
Yeah.
Uncle Roger comes and makes a video. So in the future, if I won't fully retire the character, but I'll just maybe like move on to other projects. But when a big video hits, like a big chef fucking up Asian food, trust me, the dumpling
you'll
signal
be the vigilante there.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
But I'm really enjoying the character. I even do the character live in my tour. You'll see.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Which show are you coming to? Sunday? Tuesday?
Tomorrow.
I do mention the emotional damage guy in my set. So just cheer.
I could just do it. Emotional damage.
Yes,
from the audience.
Yeah, if you want. Okay. I wouldn't consider that a heckle. Yeah.
Oh, say, I'll bring it. Hell yeah.
Do it.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, Stephen, he's here, guys.
Yeah. No, I can't wait. So tomorrow, while we're shooting, let's reveal it. Why not? I'm so excited. It's so I ran some numbers. Like I looked at all of our monthly viewerships, and I put them together. And there is a really good chance. There's a really good chance that this is the biggest Asian collaboration in YouTube history.
Listen, I mean that is cool and all.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun video to make. I like you. I like the two set violin people.
Yeah,
I like Sandra. Like, I just wanna meet you guys.
That's why I do
the video. You know?
I wanna do collabs more because doing it by myself is really like I'd much rather have a group of friends that make videos together all the time.
Yeah. You can join a TikTok house. Can we start an Asian YouTube house?
An Asian TikTok house.
Yeah,
I'd be so down.
Chopstick house.
You know? Dumpling house. Or
something like that. But I don't want to live with you guys though. You know? I try not to live with YouTubers. I sense they'll be annoying. Now you're cool because you're like a proper grown up.
Yeah.
But do we have like the Jake Paul type? You usually have Rice Gum, right?
Oh my God. Rice Gum. What's he doing?
I hope nothing. You know?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Sorry, Rice. Yeah.
I know. I saw him from. I used to love KSI and the Sidemen. You must be familiar with the Sidemen.
Yeah. I briefly worked with one of them in a video.
Sick.
Before.
Yeah.
But I know.
For me, they were the people that got me into YouTube. Like KSI was the first person I subscribed to, and that was but he was at like 600K. He's at like 23 million now. Back before he did music and before the Simon even came together. And so for me, they are like my idols. They are the people that showed me YouTube can be a career.
I wonder how, you know, when you said that YouTube doesn't help with acting, I wonder how that works for music.
I bet it does. I bet it does help. Because the music industry is not going to look at you and go, you're not professional.
That's true. That lady with the head bump on TikTok.
Oh my God.
She has an album, right? Bella Poarch. Yeah, she has a whole album now, right? She's a pop star now. Yeah.
Yeah, she's huge now. Like, what about... Maybe it's got to do with cost. Like, as a film producer, I know if I'm putting 100K into 3 days of shooting, I need someone who's really professional. Whereas, if I'm putting like 5K into 3 days, I don't mind if they...
Yeah, but you are both professional and you have the eyeballs. For me, I do stand up, so it's selling tickets to people. YouTube presence is a complete positive.
Great.
Yeah,
great.
I love it. I started doing YouTube to sell tickets for my shows.
I'm gonna tell you something.
And mission accomplished. You know?
Popped into my mind.
Come.
I saw you on an episode of oh my God.
What, Pornhub?
This probably some people like parody you.
Yeah, probably.
What's the show? The show where, oh my god, Contact? No.
8 out of 10 cats. That's Mock the Week. I did that. Yeah.
I saw you on Mock of the Week. I was like, that was sick as fuck.
Oh, thanks. I did 2 episodes of that.
Sick.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That was so big part of culture when I was living in Ireland. Like BBC, RTE, those shows. That was everything.
It's listeners who don't know. Mock the Week is a UK panel show based off of like UK current news around the world.
And they're brilliant. They're quite funny.
Yeah, there's very funny comedians out there. There's a lot of pressure performing there because you're up with like really funny people. But I think I did well.
Totally.
And they asked me to do a third one, but I just couldn't make it work in my schedule. It's a lot of prep.
Oh yeah.
No, none of that is off the cuff. Sure, there's some crowd work where you just talk to other people improvising. That is off the cuff, but you get the topics beforehand.
Yeah.
Everybody shows up to the desk with like 12 pages of notes. And they just put it all on the desk.
Okay, well, I suppose that makes sense.
Prepped, and then you get the headlines on Monday and Monday evening, Monday night. You have Tuesday to write it, and then you shoot Wednesday.
Dude, that almost sounds like SNL.
Yeah, it's something schedule. Like that, but it's more of a panel show than a sketch show. But it's a fun thing to do. It doesn't help you sell that many tickets anymore. People don't watch TV anymore. In the comedy world, the self-created stuff sells more tickets. So be it podcasts, YouTube, TikTok,
awesome. Yeah.
That sells more tickets than any TV thing. Yeah, that's why I love YouTube, man, and my podcast.
I love it too. How do you feel about YouTube? Like, do you see it as something you could 100% like it could lead your career, or is it a supporting thing? If you would like to. So for example, I really want to do film stuff, but honestly, if I can incorporate that teamwork kind of aspect into YouTube, I would be 100% satisfied just being a YouTuber.
Sometimes the film stuff, I always feel like if YouTube gets too high budget and it loses that creator audience connection, then I feel like why don't you just make this from Netflix? It's the wrong platform. When people make short films, like proper films on YouTube, like I don't want to watch it. I'm not here for it. I'd rather watch MKBHD talking to me, Marquez reviewing the latest iPhone, than watch a well-produced film on YouTube. I don't know. There's just something about the vibe of YouTube, right?
Yeah, the vibe of like this is not a commitment for 2 hours. I'm just here to like enjoy.
Yeah,
something.
I'm on the bus, to watch something, and it's I feel like this creator is speaking to me.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
I think because I'm a comic, right? For us, the connection with the audience is very, very important because it's the audience who buy tickets to your show. It's so direct.
Yeah.
Right. For you in acting, you have producers, you have casting agents.
Right. It goes through so many people.
So many layers. Before you even get to the end audience.
Right. And I never even get to interact.
An
actor never gets to interact with the audience that sees the film. So
that's true.
But they're right in front of you.
Exactly. So for me, I will always be doing some form of social media.
Yeah.
Be it YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Things will change, and I'll adapt with the changes. But I'll always have some sort of direct connection with my audience. Even if I land a big role, I'll still try to find a day out of the week where I can record. Bill Burr, such a inspiration, one of the best comics out there. You know Bill Burr,
of course,
right?
Great.
It's great. I mean, he still does 2 podcast episodes a week, and he's in movies, he's in TV shows, he's touring. So like that thing, if Bill Burr is doing it, like you know it works. If someone at that level, one of the most famous comics in the world, does it, you have to do it. What excuse do you have to
you're downplaying yourself. You are one of the most famous comics in the world.
I don't know, man.
The numbers speak for themselves.
I don't know. People know me as a YouTube character.
Well, so actually,
the next step. That's why people come to the show. It's nice because I've been doing stand-up since 2011. But people don't expect me to be good at stand-up. Because they're like, it's a YouTuber doing stand-up. Imagine Jake Paul.
That's the exact same stigma that I get. I get it. I totally get it.
No, my fans won't have that stigma. I mean, my fans, they come, they are happy to see Uncle Roger, but then I come out and then I'm funnier than Uncle Roger. And the thing is, they don't leave. Thankfully, they stay around.
That's great. So you're converting. That's an awesome way to go about it. Can you reveal like what productions or projects you're working on?
I'm working on something with Studio Ramsey, Gordon Ramsay's production team.
Yeah. Okay, for television?
Yeah, it's not commissioned yet. It's just in the development process.
Cool.
I think that I can announce because it's been announced elsewhere before. tour.
Great. Okay.
What else? I just had that sketch show with Comedy Central that came out, and a couple of things here and there.
Big stuff. I'm glad to hear that.
Well, you never know with these industry things. There's so many steps before you get to actually make it. Who knows if it's ever gonna get made?
Right. It's like all the people are ready, and it's just one thing that doesn't come together.
Yep. It's like step 1 out of 5,000.
Yeah, and then it doesn't happen, and nothing happens.
Yeah. But in the meantime, I got my tour, my YouTube, my podcast is keeping me busy enough.
Yeah.
And so I love it.
I'm curious. What's a tour like? Because Sunday is the first expensive shoot I'm producing. It's 10K for one day. I'm only just learning how absolutely complicated these things are, like paperwork, insurance, renting equipment, and all that. I wonder how much workload is it outside of performing on stand-up? Like, you probably have to do a million other things than actually stand-up.
Yeah, fortunately, I work with Live Nation, who have a good team behind it. They run the Facebook ads, they put it on sale, talk to the theaters. I don't do any of that. They choose a ticket price, they do the artwork, everything. For me, I just have to, I don't have a tour manager just yet, so I get to the venue, I have to sound check. Do like check mic sounds good, the lights look good, okay, make sure the opener's there, and then what else